Some days being a Patriots fan is just not for the faint of heart, and today is one of those days. You know when it feels like the team is plotting something huge, but you can't quite see the full picture yet? Well, behind the scenes, it's boiling. Bold decisions are being made, and strategic moves are shaping a roster that promises surprises. There's a change that could shake up the chemistry on offense, an unexpected battle brewing within the team, a breakout that could light up the field, and a rising star already carrying the weight of hope. You won't believe what we've got for you today, so sit down, hit that like button, and let's dive right into the news. While fans are still digesting the latest practices, the Patriots backfield just got a brand new piece, and not just any piece. Picture a player with the burst of a sprinter and the versatility of a Swiss Army knife. That's Shane W.H. the rookie who signed on Tuesday and is already set to wear the blue and silver. At 23 years old from the modest Fort Hays State program, he comes in with a resume that demands attention: 1,303 rushing yards, 449 receiving yards, and 17 touchdowns in his final college season. Numbers that earned him All-American honors across multiple lists, even without the spotlight of Division I football. Here's the twist. W.H. didn't even start his career as a running back. He was a defensive back before switching to offense, which means he knows exactly how a defense thinks. For a team still tweaking its ground game, that's pure gold. He had previously been tested in the Buccaneers rookie minicamp, and even signed with the Hamilton Tiger Cats in the CFL before this shot in Foxborough came along. And let's be honest, if Mike VRI Bull made the call, it's because he saw real potential. But WATM arrival didn't come without a cost. To make room, the Patriots waived Duneric Prince, who had just signed on Sunday but never even practiced due to injury. Prince, with previous stints on the Kansas City Chiefs, Miami Dolphins, and UFL, looked like another depth signing, but August in the NFL is ruthless. If you can't contribute immediately, you're out. And the backfield isn't exactly healthy right now. Rookie Landlara Son is on injured reserve. Ruamondre Stevens' son, the engine of the ground game, has missed 2 straight practices. Turrell Jennings, who had a shot to climb the depth chart, left the last session limping. The urgency is real, and WATM arrives exactly when the team desperately needs fresh energy. For fans, the move sparks 2 big debates. First, is WATS just a preseason flyer, or could he actually fight his way onto the final roster? Second, does this mean the team is more concerned about Stevenson's health than they're letting on? Strategically, adding a player like WATS could open up the playbook. VRY Bull and offensive coordinator Josh McDaniels could roll out more short passes, screens, and gadget plays that take advantage of his quickness. And with the offense trying to inject more dynamism, having someone who can line up in the backfield or the slot creates opportunities to confuse opposing defenses. The timing couldn't be better. Joint practices with the Minnesota VY Kings start Wednesday, followed by Saturday's preseason matchup. WATS will get an immediate test against a physical, disciplined defense. If he makes an impression, he could become one of those classic underdog stories Patriots fans love. The guy who showed up with no hype and fought his way into the spotlight. And that's not even the most surprising part of the day, because what's happening with one of the defense's leaders could completely shift the locker room's chemistry. You know that player who embodies the heart of a defense? The one fans picture leading the locker room for years to come? Well, Kyle Duggar, the safety who's earned both respect and production, could be facing uncertain days in New England. And this isn't exaggeration. After wearing the captain's C for the first time in 2024 and racking up 9 interceptions plus over 400 tackles in his career, signs now point to him possibly losing his starting spot. Maybe even more under VRY Bull. VRY Bull has never hidden his preference for molding a team in his own image, which often means bringing in his guys, even if it sidelines established veterans. Duggar, despite his talent and leadership, doesn't seem to be at the core of this new vision. According to insider Phil Pietri, he likely won't repeat as a captain this year, and his snaps could take a hit. Then there's the financial side. Duggar is in year 1 of a 4-year, $58 million deal. Cutting him now would cost $14 million in dead cap. A steep price, but not unthinkable if the staff decides to reset the position. A trade might be more likely, and there are already whispers of interest. Kangi Gun Stiefel from NFL Analysis points to the Chiefs and Steelers as potential suitors. Kansas City just lost veteran Deion Bush, and Pittsburgh still hasn't found its perfect safety pairing. For Patriots fans, the thought of Duggar in another uniform feels wrong. He's physical, versatile, and smart, the exact traits that have defined this defense for years. But VRY Bull's style demands players who execute his system to the letter, and roster shakeups aren't unusual when a coach comes in with a strong vision. Strategically, losing Duggar or even reducing his role would force a defensive reshuffle. The chemistry in the secondary, built on quick communication and controlled aggression, would need to be reworked. Plus, his physical presence near the line of scrimmage is something few can replicate. The decision deadline is looming, August 27 at 4 p.m. when every team must cut down to 53 players. That means every practice rep and preseason snap could impact Dio Guerra's future. And if a tempting trade offer hits Elliot WLF's desk, the front office might just pull the trigger. For fans, it's a dilemma. Trust that VRI Bull is building a tougher, more competitive roster, or worry that they're dismantling the soul of the defense. It's already a heated debate online, and it's not cooling down anytime soon. But hold on, because on the offensive side, a rookie just set the field on fire and made it clear the future might arrive sooner than anyone thought. Some preseason plays just stick in your head, and what Trushwayon Henderson did against Washington was one of them. First time in a Patriots uniform, first chance to make a statement, and he takes the opening kickoff 100 yards to the house. The stadium erupted like it was a playoff game, and the sideline went nuts. It wasn't just the ridiculous speed or the vision to weave through blocks, it was the message: I'm here to change games. Drafted early in the second round, Henderson came in with high expectations, but no one predicted such an instant highlight. He showed elite acceleration, explosive cuts, and the composure to finish the play. VRY Bull, who values players that can impact multiple phases of the game, had to be grinning inside. But here's the big question: what do you do with a talent like this in preseason? Give him more snaps to build chemistry and rhythm, or protect the asset and avoid unnecessary risk? The memory of Julie Uned Duelman's 2017 preseason ACL tear still stings. Stephon Diggs, now a major weapon for the receiving corps, will probably see little to no preseason action for similar reasons. With Henderson, it's tricky. He's not just a return threat. There's legitimate talk he could take over as RB1 before the season's end. Stevenson is solid, but he's missed time with nagging injuries. Henderson's style could transform the run game. More explosive, more dangerous in space, less predictable. Strategically, McDaniels could deploy Henderson as a true chess piece. Screens, outside runs, quick passes, even lining up as a receiver to create mismatches. And if he can break a game open with just one return, imagine what he can do with 15-20 touches. Fans are split. Some say save him until week 1 against the Las Vegas Yarders. Others want to see more to prove the first impression wasn't a fluke. Henderson himself is keeping his head down, knowing every play is under a microscope. That Washington game may have been meaningless in the standings, but for Henderson it was a statement. And for the Patriots, it's a reminder that sometimes the smartest move is protecting your most valuable piece before the real battles begin. And while we're losing our minds over one rookie's spark, there's another young starter who might be ready to take that giant leap and put New England's offense on an entirely new level. When people talk about quarterbacks who can transform a team, they often focus on the big names already at the top. But real fans know seasons can turn on the subtle growth of a young QB, and that's exactly where Drake Maye comes in. His second year in Foxborough could be the turning point fans and analysts have been waiting for, not just for the team, but for fantasy football players hunting for the next breakout. Maye's rookie numbers were solid, but left room for a big jump. 2,276 passing yards, 15 passing TDs, plus 421 rushing yards, and 2 rushing scores. He proved he can be a dual threat, and even in just 13 games, he ranked 9th among QBs in rushing yards. His QB1 flash came right in his first start, 3 TD passes and 243 yards against Houston. Now with VRI Bull at the helm and McDaniels designing the offense, Maye's arsenal has been upgraded. Diggs arrives as the go-to target. Rookie Kyle Williams adds speed and explosion to the route tree. Henderson will be another dangerous outlet. Demario Douglas and Hunter Henry round out a group that could finally shed the predictable offense label. Strategically, Maye's at the perfect stage to level up. Last year, he showed moments of quick reads and improvisation, but also flashes of hesitation under pressure. Having an experienced WR like Diggs should speed up his timing and boost his confidence. Expect McDaniels to mix quick throws for rhythm with deep shots to leverage Maye's arm strength. In fantasy terms, he's a mid-round gem with an ADP around 127.neo, meaning you can grab him without burning a top pick. For those chasing upside, Maye has it all: multi-touchdown potential, rushing value, and a system set to bet big on him. If the chemistry with Diggs and Henderson clicks, he could easily hit top 10 QB numbers. But beyond the fantasy points, the real story is his impact on the field. The Patriots don't have time to waste in their rebuild. VRY Bull wants intensity, discipline, and a winning mindset. And Maye, with the calm of someone who's already proven he can handle pressure, could be the face of this new era. Fans can already picture it: a dynamic offense, quick strike capability, and a QB who won't shy away in clutch moments. It's too early to crown him, but the path is there. What we saw today paints a clear picture of a team in motion, adjusting every piece to be sharp for the season. A refreshed backfield with WHets, the possible shakeup around Du Jaeger, NJR Son's electric debut, and the leap Maye could take form a mix of hope and tension. Every decision, every practice, every snap counts like it's January. But what about you? Do you believe these moves can take us back to the top? Drop your thoughts in the comments, smash that like button, subscribe, and let's push together for another era of Patriots glory.